Oh my goodness.
What's going on, y'all? Apparently, Black Conservative Perspective destroyed Amazing Lucas. Well, the non-amazing Lucas. The amazing bottom. Dusty hat. He cooked him once again, man. Let's take a look at this. It was excellent work. Don't forget to hit the like button and the hype button. All right, let's see what's happening.
All right. I don't know what to tell you. And then when asked, well, how much was a white attorney? 75K.
What the white man say?
75.
75,000?
Yeah.
Bruh, if you're telling me that the family, the family cheaped out on their son's defense, wrap it up, fam. Wrap it up. I don't know. In that case, I would say the Carmelo Anthony's parents are worse than the Metcalf's parents, bruh.
Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. You're getting close. You're getting close, bottom. Almost, right? Almost there. You're starting to finally figure it out, right? That you've been bamboozled, hoodwinked, led astray, run amok, that this family is grifting off of their son, right? They're literally getting paid off of their son being sent to prison, okay? And the financial incentive structure is to not pay for the best legal defense possible, or even to admit guilt and to reconcile with Jeff Metcalf, which is the opportunity that Jeff Metcalf gave them, which would have gave Carmelo less time, right? No. The financial incentive structure is to get a cheap lawyer to boo-hoo whine and cry racism and to sell their son out for hundreds of thousands of dollars. You're almost there. You're almost there. And people like you are responsible, right? You are responsible for why Carmelo is doing so much time. Again, maybe, just maybe, he will get there. Maybe, right? But he's close. He's close. He just continues to flinch away from the truth. It's fascinating stuff.
Damn. He's on the money. Yeah. That's exactly what's going down. I do believe that Carmelo was used for this grift, right? Whether it was Lucas, Carmelo's parents, a bunch of these woke grifters that are on here doing that blackity black.
Blacker than black, I'm blacker than black.
I'm wokey woke type of content, aligning their pockets up, making sure that they get all the money that they can get, right? Meanwhile, when it comes to actually trying to help him, if you really believe that he did nothing wrong, and I'm not on that side at all, I don't care if I'm black, Carmelo was wrong. He needs to be in jail. He needs more time than what he got. But if you believe that he did nothing wrong, you would pay for these lawyers, right? You would pay anything in order to try to get him out of there, especially if you truly believe he's like this angel that never did anything wrong. Then I would think that you would, I would say go out your way to make sure that he's as safe as possible. But no, y'all just made a bunch of money, raised funds, didn't use it for the lawyers for real. It's a whole lot of nastiness. And Amazing Lucas is one of those people that helped promote that.
This is when you cash in your 401k, you go all in, bruh. This is your little boy. You go all in. What are you talking about? Money should not even be an issue at this point. If you say, hey, we need to raise this amount of money to get this, secure this retain this attorney that we think is the best, chance for our son and to fight for self-defense, then you do that, bruh. You tell the people, tell the community, we can raise it. We can make it happen, bro. What are we talking about? To cheap out for, because the attorney is 75K? That's what you got. You got a 75K worth of defense.
Yeah, but see, here's the problem though, right? The parents would actually have to believe that their son is innocent, right? They would actually have to believe that he's innocent. And also not want to get rid of him, which, my conspiracy theory is that they wanted to get rid of Carmelo, that Carmelo is a problem child, that he has anger management issues. He's not that smart, right? And they wanted to get rid of him. That is my conspiracy theory. Okay. But again, the parents would have to believe that their child is innocent, right? Like truly believe that he acted in self-defense. They don't believe that, right? That is how you make it make sense. It only makes sense that they cheaped out on a lawyer because they're selling out their son for money. Okay. Once you realize this, once you understand this, then you understand, just as the amazing Lucas outlined, just how diabolical this is. And that individuals like him, if he's not grifting, which again, I don't know if he's not intelligent enough, right, to see the clear and obvious grift, right? Or he's just being emotional about it, or he just hates white people and conservatives so much that he takes these contrarian positions just to stick it to conservatives. I think that's a lot of what his content is, to be honest with you. Like, I think a lot of it is just hating white people, hating conservatives. So he's like, you know what? I'm just going to take whatever position that pisses off white people and conservatives, right? But again, when you do that, right, you end up in situations like this, right? You end up making videos like this where, again, it seems as if this individual, right, with his pea brain, he's genuinely confused about what's going on. Well, why didn't the family, why did they cheap out on a lawyer? Despite raising over $500,000, why didn't they sell everything they had in order to defend their son if they really believed that he acted in self-defense? Well, again, here's a hint. Right? You ready? You ready for it? I know it's really hard to understand. They don't believe that he's innocent. They knew that he would get convicted, right? They knew that he committed murder. So they say, you know what? Instead of paying for a high-powered black lawyer, paying $500,000, right? Losing all that money that we raised, we can cheap out and get a cheap one, and then we can just pocket the rest, right? And pretend like he's innocent when we know that he's not.
Yeah, 100%. That's what it seems like. They know he guilty. Everybody know he guilty. I don't think there's no one really out here pumping the idea that Carmelo is innocent and genuinely, from the bottom of their heart, from their soul, they really believe that. I don't think there's no one. Nah, cap, impossible, right? Unless they're truly dense, right? When he gave the list of things that Amazing Lucas had to be in order to believe these things and push what he pushed, it's all three. He does have such a dislike for conservatives and white people that he'll say whatever is the counter opinion that he believes, right? He also is a delusional nincompoop. And he also is a grifter. He's a combination of all three. He is the avatar of swindlers when it comes to this online stuff. Yeah, 100%. That's what Lucas do. He on that type of time. But it's obvious that this guy Carmelo was guilty. Carmelo's parents is aware of that. And yeah, it does seem as if instead of spending all the money that they was raising, right, in order to prove his innocence, they pocketed that and then spent the least amount of money. They about to go full George Floyd's family. If you don't know what I'm referencing, is the fact that a lot of people claiming to be George Floyd's family, raising money, but then when it came to doing things for him, right, like going and getting his belongings, bare minimum, they didn't want to do that. It was there for months, probably still where he used to live. Crazy. This might be another one of those situations where, yeah, this kid was bad. He was aggressive. They got tired of him. Didn't want him there. And then this happened. And they like, oh, we could 2 birds, 1 stone this. Let's get this money up and then let's get him out of our way. The more time, the better. His biggest op was his parents. They couldn't have wanted the best for their son. I don't believe so. In no way. I don't think that Lucas wanted the best. Like, he could have raised money as well. If you cared so deeply about the lawyers and all, you would have been down there. You'd have been at the damn trial, covering it for real, like you a journalist, talking to the family, finding out what they needed and trying to help them. If you actually cared. Just for the record, I don't. I'm not seeing, what's his name? I was about to call him Trayvon. That's going to get me canceled. I was about to call him Trayvon. My bad. My bad. Both aggressive. Both extremely aggressive. Gotta say that. Admit that. But Carmelo, yeah. They both are aggressive as hell. But yeah, Carmelo's guilty. No doubt in my mind. Like, if you said otherwise, you're either delusional or you just blatantly lying for a check. Or you couldn't be both, which I think the non-amazing Lucas, aka the amazing bottom, is. Shout outs to Black Conservative Perspective, man. Great channel, great person, dope content. Check him out whenever you have the time and subscribe.